My fellow living beings, we need to talk about Germany. Again. And I don't mean the Deutsche Bahn coming too late for the 100th time. It's about Germany in the Eurovision Song Contest. It's no secret that it has been looking pretty bad for us in the past years. Or a decade would sadly be more accurate. We literally became the faces of 0 points. And honestly, it might happen again this year. Here's why. Now first, let me explain to you how the system for the German national system, how the German national selection system worked this year. Overall, 393 songs have applied this year. This might sound a lot, but in 2019 we almost had 1,000 songs. The NDR, the German broadcaster that takes part in Eurovision, decided to choose 8 final songs which will compete in the final selection, with the help of international jury experts. There was also a different thing going on, with our queen Conchita
Wurst, Conchita Wurst, we love you,
and Ray, a former jury coach from The Voice of Germany.
Wow.
So what happened is that 15 artists who applied for the German selection got sent into the German camp. Let me rephrase that. The NDR called it a boot camp, where one of them will get the 9th spot in the final. The best 4 of them, chosen by Conchita and Ray, competed in a sort of wildcard show, in which one song won, purely chosen by televoting. After reading our selection progress, I really wanted to know, why the boot camp? In my opinion, this idea was completely unnecessary. My 2 remaining brain cells cannot comprehend this. Oh, and by the way, right before the Wildcard Live show, one of the participants called in sick. So there were only 3 left, which kind of made it anticlimactic. Kind of funny that it has happened twice in a row now. Proof that German national selection makes you sick. In the end, Floryan won the wildcard show. He won with a song so heartwarming, unique, never seen before, fuck my life. And at the final, his song received the average German score. Honestly, that still might be too much. Yes, bootcamp, amazing idea, love it.
Wow.
The German Eurovision selection, das deutsche Finale, was on TV at a pretty late time, a bit after 10 PM. I guess one of the reasons could be to prevent the boomers from staying up, who might have been the same boomers who voted for Sisters in 2019. Yes, still salty. No, I will not forgive Germany. Because every German person has to wake up at exactly 7 AM so they can get their big ass outside, complain about every single existing and breathing thing out there. We Germans love to do that. This video is kind of a perfect example. Anyway, the German national final was moderated by the Queen, Barbara Schöneberger. I know people are tired of her, especially Germans, but man, her jokes hit harder than the quadruple 0 points in 2021. And beware, unpopular opinion, I like her as a host and her cheeky nature. Cancelled. Of course, there had to be guests. The obligatory Schlagersinger Florian Silbereisen, who has nothing to do with Eurovision. Great. The second guest was Mary Rose, who actually represented Germany in 1972. That actually made it sound like she represented the whole country in 1972. Sure, back then our country was called Mary Rose. Then we had the influencer Ricardo on the show, who's also a Eurovision fan. And it's nice to have some representation on us, the fans. And last but not least, the German singer Ellie Neumann, who's not related to Eurovision again as well. Are you guys ready for the German songs again?
Yes.
The first song was called Love on a Budget by Handsome Surfer Boy number 27. Do you smell that, guys? The smell of a generic radio song? You know what they should have called the song? Song on a Budget? The second song, Leona, Undream You.
But I can't unfeel it. I can't unchain you now that I know.
I am 100% sure there's some Eurofan out there who listened to this song the first 5 seconds and then thought, oh my god, copycat, this song just sounds like the one song from Victoria from Bulgaria. To my mind, this song is one of the better ones, but it's still kind of monotonous. monoto. It's still kind of monototo. She's also got a standing ovation, probably because the audience realized how much better this song is than the first one. Then it was Isaak's turn with Always on the Run. His voice is great, his song is not. A more original banger and he will slap it so hard. Just imagine if the Australian singer Dami Im from Australia 2016 sang the most generic bland song, for example Run with the Lions from 2019. She still would sound so good, but good vocals and good staging cannot make up for a bad song. Again, radio friendly, but not Eurovision friendly. The next song was Katze from Galant. Up to this moment, I still have no idea how I should react to this song. What can I say except... Oh my god guys, the wildcard winner Floryan came up on stage.
I was down, got back up, I won't hide in the dark.
But in my opinion, this song was without a doubt the worst one. Place dry bread on the table, add some butter that fell multiple times on the floor and combine it with cheese that tastes like ass. And you will get this song. Bon appetit, bitch. I know some national shows do this already, but I really have to say I dislike it when they show this song already in the postcard, because it takes away the surprise. The Dutch singer Bodine Monet performed the song Tears Like Rain.
No more tears like rain, running down my face again. No tears like rain.
And I believe this was one of the best songs that evening. I would have loved if she had dancers on the stage, because it felt kind of static. And then Rick performed. The vocal range, the oppressing yet beautiful and unique sirens in the bridge, the power in his voice. I was blown away. I could feel it, and a lot of other Eurovision fans as well. Finally, music that doesn't sound like a cheap tune you would listen to the radio every day. Germany, the chance was there. Why didn't you take it? Why didn't we take it? The next song made me appreciate Rick's song even more. This might seem more interesting to non-Germans, but as a German, you have heard those Schlager songs so many freaking times. They are not unique at all, and this is so basic and bland. To write a song like this, you need like the same amount of brain cells as there are Melody Festival producers. So probably like 4. Max Mutzke oh my god, this fucking Max is a known face to Eurovision. He has performed in 2004.
I don't know where we are going.
Maybe this song would do well in 2004 again, but now it sounds rather outdated and predictable. There's one thing I have to praise about the selection though. I love that they invited Lord of the Lost. I think their song from last year was not bad, and it adds some extra nice feeling to it that they invited them to the show and not present them as losers or something, despite the low Eurovision results. Then it happened. It was the international professional juries who came to speak. Every jury group from each country consisted of 5 members. The former Swiss Eurovision representative Luca Hänni presented the first points. The first 12 points were given to Rick, and I was like... Then most points were given to Isaak, and I was like... Then Sweden gave away the last points and awarded them to Rick, and I was like... But unfortunately, overall, the juries gave them the 5th place. And I don't get it. One of the jury's main concerns is how well will they do this... One of the jury's main concerns is how well we'll do this song at Eurovision. Do they really think Isaak's or Max Mutzke's song will win Eurovision or will get a good placement? You know, sometimes I believe the juries are trying to sabotage us so we get the worst songs. Or did they maybe rate it for, oh no, I don't want to say it, radiotauglich? Never say that word in the presence of a German Eurovision fan. There's a deep wound in us. Back then, when Electric Callboy got rejected and did not make it to the final because it wasn't radiotauglich enough. Which basically means radio friendly. And honestly, it makes sense this way. Always on the Run is a pretty radio friendly song, but this shouldn't be about finding the most radio friendly song. It's about finding a competitive Eurovision song. So yeah, there we were at the very top with the most radio-friendly song with 12 points, chosen by those professional juries. Yay! Isaac's answer to how he was feeling was iconic though.
Ich scheiß mich ein.
Du scheißt dich ein, nein, bitte!
As an interval act, they did a sing-along with massive bangers from ABBA, since they are celebrating their 50th anniversary this year. And that was pretty cute. Although we could hear and see those pre-recorded vocals though. Are they preparing for Eurovision already? By the way, during my editing of this video, I realized Rick was not there at the interval act. Where did he go? He was too good for them anyway. Now, to the public results. Hey, at least they gave Rick third place. But it didn't change the fact that I wanted to cry, because no matter what would have happened after this moment, with any of these two songs, we would have been screwed either way. So nothing new. If I had to describe Germany's song in one sentence, then it would be the first line of the song itself.
I am nothing but the average.
And what are those elephant sounds? Why were they added? What the fuck? This song is okay, and being okay in Eurovision is bad, pretty bad, because people vote for their favorites. Only the top 10 of all competing acts in that final will get points. We vote for songs which we love, our favorites, and not songs which we just find mediocre. So yeah, that was it. Isaak won, double 12 points. And you know what the worst part is? I cannot blame anyone. He won fair and square. He got 12 points from juries and 12 points from the televotes. You have to understand, the average Eurovision brain only works in two ways. Your favorite wins. Yaas, queen, all good, slay. Your favorite doesn't win.
Kill everyone now. Condone first-degree murder. Advocate cannibalism. Eat shit.
And it is so damn hard to find a solution for this. We cannot just say, just don't add any generic songs to the selection, although I wish I could. But there has to be a change. In the past years, Germany have been suffering in Eurovision because we chose so many radiotaugliche songs. I mean, just imagine it, how it will look in Malmö. You have these absolute bangers. For example, Goethe from Norway, a band who started making songs in 1999, and they will compete with an amazing rock song, which is based on a medieval ballad that captures the spirit and tradition of Norway fascinatingly well. And then we have a guy doing bouncy cute jumps on the stage. Did you know in Germany we don't have a binary code, we only have zeros. Seriously though, it feels freaking bad, but I am happy for Isaak. And we should let him have his moment and let him enjoy life. But at the same time, it feels personal, unfair and just bad. It's a cruel feeling when you have this one favorite. You know a lot of other Eurovision fans who share the same passion as you, and they also have the same favorite, and you have this solid feeling inside you that this entry will do very well if it was chosen. This one chance that will likely get a great score at Eurovision, but then this chance gets taken away from you, like Jon Ola's taking away all the points from the past decade. Out of your control, right in your face, and it just feels miserable. We feel exhausted, done and frustrated. But we should not forget to project these negative feelings on the hard-working artists who won by the fair rules of the competition. So please do not spread any unnecessary hate if your favorite doesn't win. These artists have feelings too. Now, what can we actually do?
Kill everyone now.
As always, when it comes to improvement, I will point at the Swedish national selection Melodifestivalen. They have a really interesting system. Basically, the public vote consists of multiple age groups and they all have equal power to the final vote. The age group related votes never really seem off and do a great job at representing different demographics. As I mentioned before, the NDR schedules the show at a later time, so the older people are less likely to watch it and have less power. But for some reason it still doesn't seem to be enough. In the end, apparently radiotauglich always wins? I would really love to see the Melfest system used on the German selection. Additionally, I don't think votings should be collected in radio polls. Because it just makes sense that radio listeners are more likely to vote for the radio-friendly songs rather than those that are most... My god, that's a sick rhyme. Rather than those that are most... that are most suitable for Eurovision. This means radio listeners, small monkey brain, and Eurovision fans, big brain time. Joking apart, in my view, these are the most important points to improve our national selection. Give more power to the public. Let them choose a bigger amount of songs and a wider genre variety. Even though I dislike the Katze song, they're still better than the usual generic pieces of burnt toasts. No juries or radio votes, they always seem to drag down good songs and push up the generic ones. Adjust the public voting system and give different age groups an equal presentation. Bring back the 100 Eurovision fans voting, which seemed to work pretty well in 2019. Justice for Lily Among Clouds. But any of these changes being implemented will probably only happen if Greece and Cyprus will stop neighbor voting. So never. Now, the final question. Will we get 0 points?
Oh yes!
But this doesn't mean we cannot enjoy Eurovision. Let's go! Goodbye, love you guys. Rather than those that are most... those... Rather than those that are most... those... So, are you ready to see one of the most beautiful things? The video I did it for was never finished. Look at this beautiful art. Yes, look at her. Oh, she's gorgeous. 0 point.